R.I.P. SinThoro. Fort Greene rapper. Pretty much was shot dead. Word on the street is situation happened at the apartment in the hood, and stepson shot him. SinThoro is a popular hood rapper from the streets. Supposed to be having a song that's supposed to be dropping. I think the song's called Slide. You know, R.I.P. to that brother, man. He rep Fort Greene. I seen that brother many times. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much was a dude that was in the community. Did a lot of positive stuff. And based on the news, they saying this had something to do with the 16, I'm not sure what the dude was 16, 17 years old, whatever, was smoking in the crib or something like that. I don't got the whole story, so my bad. Condolences to the family. I'm just getting this news. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. He was about to have his big break, y'all, as a rapper. This dude been rapping for a long time. I actually found out about him thinking about, or I came across his music, because it's so crazy in the hood, right? You have a lot of rappers, right? And sometimes you don't even know who these cats is. You be hearing their music, and you be bopping to the music. You be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come to find out, dude live right next door to you. You don't even know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he lived next door to me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, he in the same hood in the projects. And it's just crazy, man. You brothers, man, when you get with these women, they got these kids that are not your kids. This type of stuff happen, man. But anyway, I used to play one of his anthems on my iPod, yo. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, literally, I have the anthem on my iPod, bro. Like, I don't even know. You probably see when I put it on the iPad. Let me see. Let me see where it is. Fort Greene, right there. You see where it says it's reverse, Fort Greene. You could probably see it. In 2020, 2020, I put Bruh Man's song on my iPod. They don't even make this no more. And it was a certain track that I played this thing all the time, man. Like when I used to go to work at the job, this song, to me, it represented the hood, it represented family, it represented the streets. Um, it was a positive joint. I'm gonna play a little bit. I don't know if I might get a copyright. I don't know. I don't know if the song's copyright. I don't know. But hey, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It represents that brother. You know what I mean? But I'll play a little bit. If I get a copyright, I'll just mute the song afterward. But it is what it is. I don't even know if it'll play through, but listen. Yeah, that's that 6-7 mixtape. SinThoro, link you up entertainment. We working up a game. Yeah. This how we do it. Talk to him nice. All day. Yeah. Pop off if you wanna. Say something, do something. SinThoro, let me know what's going on in 6-7 right now. Since PS 67, I'm a rep 6-7 till I'm fucking 67. Yeah. Since junior high, since 265, full green, come alive. Say, oh no, no. Yeah. We ain't capping. Bro.
Deeper than rapping. Yeah. On my come up, my uncles always told me stay one up. My pops, yeah, he was a runner, but my father figure was my older brother. Yeah. Shout out to Ski Bliss. He told me win the game by playing defense. Stay out the way of niggas beefing. Cousin is the death when you're sleeping. Yeah. Young Gio. That's my younger brother, Hebro. Been a go-getter since a zero. Now he getting wiser as his big bro. Can't forget my big sis. Asia. This is family connection. This is diamonds in the dirt. Yeah, baby, this some big shit. Since PS 67, I'm a rep 6'7" till I'm fucking 67. Yeah. Since junior high, since 265, full green, come alive. Say, oh no, no. We ain't capping. There we go, bro. It's deeper than rapping. Yeah. From poverty to property, no insurance, can't pay the doctor's fee. Now female doctors, they come and rock with me. They pay a house visit and get the cop for free. I use that as an angle. They say you ain't make enough if money ain't changing. But how you gonna spin it up if money ain't stable? That shit that I think about when I get fed. You know, fatal, shit real, that's for real, that's a fact. You think you big shit with your big deal, but we know it's all cap. Nigga. Since PS 67, I'm a rep 6'7" till I'm fucking 67. Yeah. Since junior high, since 265, full green, come alive. Say, oh no, no. We ain't capping. Bro. It's deeper than rapping. 6-7 mixtapes, masterpiece. Shout out to every side. First side, middle side, far side.
That's pretty much that, man. I used to play that song every day, every single day, because like that song to me, and he got a lot of joints. Now we know what happened, right? But now here's the thing that's crazy about this. He have a new joint that posted drop called Slide, where he remixed another song. I'm not gonna play that one because it's probably copywritten. I might get a copyright because of this song, so I don't know. I don't really care, right? So I'm trying to show respect. In the song called Slide that he posted drop, like he literally was about to get his big break game. Like after years and years and years, stepson takes him out. Stepson shoots him. I tell you, man, you never know who gonna do you in, bro. It be the people right next to you, man. People right next to you, bro. He most likely took care of this kid, bro. You die in your own hood, and you was about to drop the track called Slide. Now I listened to the track. Now I'm gonna tell you, I know it's a sensitive situation. At the same time, man, if you listen to the song called Slide, he was talking about some stuff that I didn't like. We really got to watch out with lyrics, man. The words, man. When you listen to those words, he was talking about, somebody shooting him, and he gonna be in a pool of blood. Yeah, yo. If you rapping, man, you gotta watch your words, dog. Because I listened to that song called Slide, and it's it's a remix, of the song, Slide. And pretty much when he got up to that part where he was like, yo, they shot me, in a pool of blood. And then this happened. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. Sometimes your words open doors, man. You give place to demons, man. You know. But condolences to the family. Shout out Brooklyn, Fort Greene. He got a lot of songs, man. A lot of videos. They all over YouTube. You look him up, you'll see. You know what I mean? He got a lot of songs, a lot of tracks, a lot of things going on. And like I said, he was pretty much hood famous, like in the hood. Like everybody know who he is. Cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He always say what's up to everybody. Um, I didn't know him, you know what I'm saying? But I lived in the hood. I lived in the projects too. So I already don't know what it is. So to hear the news now, because like the news just came to me, you know how it is. People start talking here. This one know that one. Everybody in the hood know each other. And if you know one person, this person know that person know your aunt, that person know your mama, this and that. That's how it is. And word came right back to me. It's crazy, man. Imagine working your whole life, bro, your whole life doing music, and you about to get your break, bro. You about to have your big break. Cause I'm gonna tell you the truth. If he dropped the track Slide, it's a wrap. He was gonna blow up. He was gonna get his big break, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, the remix, it sound dope, but the lyrics, man, the lyrics came in at a bad time. Why that always happen, bro? Where a rapper end up dead, bro, right before he's about to drop his tape, his mixtape, his album, and then death comes. And this ain't none of that blood sacrifice bull crap. That man got gunned down by a stepson at the crib, probably trying to tell the young man, look, you can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is my crib. You can't be doing this and that. I don't know, man. Stuff is crazy, man. That's why I keep telling you dudes, man. You want to be a stepfather, taking care of somebody else's kids? All right. You keep doing that. Keep doing that mess. So the 16-year-old, you know he done. His life is ruined forever. Over smoking. So you couldn't smoke in the house, so you decide to smoke SinThoro. All right. Out of all the things that brother been through in the hood, out of all the things he been through in the streets, the one who takes him out is his stepson. I mean, who need enemies when you got family? It be the ones right next door to you, the people that live in the house with you, man. The people that they're right there. They be the ones plotting, bro. News is now circulating. Some of y'all probably don't even know who he is, but he thorough. Definitely. I'm surprised he haven't been put on already. You know what I mean? Because he been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of talent in the hood, man. A lot of dudes, man, that they hungry and they've been doing their thing for a long time. He got videos, he got all sorts of tracks, all sorts of mixtapes, all sorts of stuff, man. But it's tough, you know. And he finally figured out how to do what he needed to do, and he was about to have his big break. It was coming, man. It was right there at the door, waiting. And then somebody go take you out, bro. Why these type of things happen, man? And I know that's affecting a lot of people out there. Because, you know, the hood, you have a lot of people that depend on other people. They want to see you make it. At least I'm one of them type of brothers. I want to see dudes make it. You know what I mean? Like, he put in a lot of work, man. A lot of work. He deserved to have his success. You know, I'm just in the crib, just doing my thing. You know, my wife on the phone, you know, and she mentioned, who? Who got killed? SinThoro. SinThoro. And I said, what? Hold up. Say that again. I said, hold up. I know who that dude is. Oh yeah, from I'm like, oh snap, bro. This is crazy, man. So she pretty much let me know. Then when I go look it up, I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nothing on social media. Um, so I said, let me do a video. Let me do a video about the situation. It's crazy how life is, man. One minute you hear, and the next minute somebody plotting to take you out over some petty stuff, man. That's why I keep saying, man, these youngins, man, these YNs, they're a new type of breed, bro. Of I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their head, but they not like us brothers that was raised in the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? We cut from a different cloth. I'm 48. So when I look at these youngins today, man, they don't have no sense, man. They don't have no code, no honor, nothing. No respect for anybody. You know? How you gonna shoot this man, bro? Out of all people, you gonna shoot him? That mean that you had hate in your heart for SinThoro the whole time. The whole time he was there, he was hating. You said you used to rap with. Hold on. I used to rap with Thoro in Queens. He was born in Fort Greene and moved to my projects in Queens. Um, we used to call him Mace because he was basically a great rapper. Shout out to his brothers, Howie and Skeet. Wow. Now, like I said, he definitely listen. He belonged in the industry in terms of being a rapper because he good. He really good. No cap. Like I said, there's a lot of talent, a lot of people that's hungry, but he been doing this thing for a long time. I don't know him personally. A lot of y'all probably do know him personally. You got stories, you know the real him. And to see this happen, that's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy how this is, man. Cause I already done told myself, bro, man, gonna blow up one of these days. One of these days, he gonna make it. You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time because he got everything that is needed to be successful. He have everything that he needs. It's just a matter of time. You know how that go. You know. You said, and my father just died this morning. Life is so condolences to you too. R.I.P. to your pops. I lost my mom, so I already done know how that is. You ain't gonna never get over that one. Another reason It's not a good idea to be a stepdad. That's why I tell dudes all the time, man. Even if you even if you like a certain woman, you can't let that son or whatever come in your crib, bro. That's another man's seed. He'll take you out, bro. He ain't gonna listen to you. I ain't never doing that, bro. Taking care of some other man's seed, have some YN up in my house, and I don't even know this damn ninja. Nah, man. I could just see it now. He was probably trying to set some order, let the young man respect, understand, like, look, you can't be doing this in the crib, bro. You can't be up in here smoking with your peeps and just doing what you want. Nah. He felt some type of way. Take him out. Now his life is ruined forever. And bruh man is gone. If you never heard of him, hey, check out his music, man. Look him up. SinThoro, check him out. Give his music a play. When you hear it, you're gonna be like, damn. I played one of his tracks earlier. Maybe y'all didn't hear it, but I don't know. I might get a copyright because of that. You know, no copyright intended to whoever produced the tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show some respect. You know what I mean? Because some people don't. A lot of people may not even know who he is. Everybody in Fort Greene know who he is. I tell you that right now. We know who he is. There's a lot of people in the hood that are popular. They rappers. They've been doing their thing. They be doing music videos, all sorts of stuff. They working. They building up towards their success. You know, if you coming in the building, hit the damn like button, man. Stop hating. Yeah, back to that song that you know called Slide. Um, it would have been a major hit, but the lyrics, man, I would play it, but I know I'm gonna get hit with a copyright, like a not just a regular copyright, a copyright strike. I'm gonna get hit, so I can't play it. You know what I mean? You would have to look it up. You know, but if you listen to it, it'll be a hit. I just don't the lyrics came in at the wrong time. If he didn't get shot and we listen to the song, then might you be like, yo, yeah, that's definitely it, man. Hey, that's a winner. You got it, man. But being that he got killed and you listen to the song, you'll be like, damn, bro. It's like the damn song came to pass, bro. It's like the lyrics in the song came to pass, man. Like he prophesied his own death, bro. I don't even know if they're gonna release it. But then again, the way this industry is, you got cats that, you know, they'll still release your music so that they can get paid your money, you know? I'm hearing they put a lot of candles and stuff at the store on the corner. And that's typical of what happens in the hood when somebody die. They put candles in front of the buildings, in front of the projects, in front of the stores. You know what I mean? Pretty much everybody in the hood know who he is. Even if you don't know him personally, you know him because of, what he do. It's just like, um, what's that other dude that passed away? The Respect Life producer. Is it Boom P? I believe that's his name. Um, Mello, in the Respect Life dude out in Bed-Stuy, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I used to work out there, and I used to see them dudes filming all the time, the Respect Life film, and then we hear he passed away. That was like a while back. Messed up the whole show. I don't know if them brothers are gonna still continue, but it's like a lot of these dudes be talented, man, and then the streets take them out. You know, I used to be working. They used to be filming right next door. You know, up over there by Sumner Houses, Bed-Stuy Rehabs. Shout out to everybody out there. 701 Willoughby. Shout out to everybody over there. Y'all probably remember me when I used to be in them hallways, cleaning them damn halls, mopping them floors. Y'all already done know what it is. I don't forget where I came from. 281 on Troop. Yeah, they used to be out there filming, and then we hear the news about him. Up to now, I don't even know how Brumman died. You know, I don't even know. But yeah, man. R.I.P. to the family. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that rocked with Brumman, SinThoro, all his friends, his real colleagues, business partners, people in the streets that know him, grew up with him, his real day ones. Those of you that really, really know him. Shout out to y'all. You know, I just wanted to pay my respects because, like I said, I got one of his joints on my iPod, fam. No cap, no cap, bro. And it's so crazy. Like I have it where it says unknown artist, but it's a Fort Greene anthem. You probably can't see it, but I put this joint on the iPod in 2020. So that's when I caught wind of the music. I actually was on YouTube and I heard the music, and then I learned dude lived right in the hood. I'm like, oh snap. And there's a lot of rappers that live in the hood and you don't even know who they are. But some of them got their tracks on YouTube. They got tracks on everywhere, all over the place. And that song, the song that I played earlier, because I played it earlier, I'm not gonna play it again because I don't want to trigger the system and end up with more copyrights. But that song was like something that got me through. It was like an anthem for me to play. I used to ride around the hood on my scooter and I would blast that because it rep the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it made me proud. You know, that was my way of trying to promote his music for free. And I remember I used to ride around and I used to blast that all over the place, all over Brooklyn. I used to just ride around blasting that joint all in Manhattan, everywhere. People used to be like, yo, what's that? Who's that? Oh, that's SinThoro. SinThoro. Check him out on YouTube. You know, if you're now joining in, rapper SinThoro, um, he was gunned down in his apartment by his stepson over the kid smoking or something like that. Kid didn't want to follow orders, got upset, decided to take him out. And if I got anything wrong with the story, you can always correct me because, you know, it is what it is. What could we learn from a situation like this? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Don't don't get involved, man. Don't get involved if a lady has a son from some other ninja. Don't get involved with her, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be out here being no stepdaddy taking care of some grown ass kids. Nah. Mm-mm. These little ninjas will take you out. It's either gonna be you or them. You're gonna have to make up your mind. The thing is, a lot of these YNs think that life is like a video game. They don't have no sense. See, most of you cats that are in your mid 30s all the way up in your 50s, you know better. Especially you cats that are in your 40s pushing 50. You grew up in a time where you thought about consequences before you react. I could get really angry, and in my mind, I want to harm somebody. But at the same time, I start to think about the consequences. Like, okay, if I did this, all right, I'm going to prison. I'm going to do hard time, or I might end up dead, or their family might retaliate and take me out, or take my family out. I start putting this thing together like a puzzle. Like, okay, what are all my options? And then when I look at it, I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. Today's youth, they don't think about none of that. They just react out of emotion, you know? They don't even think about the consequences. They're upset, they grab a gun, pull the trigger. That's it. They're not thinking about nothing. I really would like to play the song, but I can't play it on the live because I'll get copyright for real, for real. But if you hear the lyrics, you'll be like, man, damn, bro. It's like when you listen to the lyrics, it's like he proclaimed the way he's gonna die. And it happened the same way. Those of you that heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, with a show of a one, how many of you heard the song? Slide, the remix. How many of you heard it? With a show of a one. If you heard it, you would know. So that you know I'm not making this up. You know what I mean? If you heard this, the remix called Slide, put a one in the chat. Okay, so by you hearing it, right? You heard the part where he talked about getting shot and pool of blood. When I heard that and I look at what's happening, I'm like, oh man, bro. It kind of reminded me of the whole Biggie Smalls situation. Where it's like his lyrics proclaimed his own death. And many rappers did this, man. Where they rap and their lyrics is their own demise. That's why you got to really watch the things you say, man. You got to watch the things you say. Those of you that are from New York, you will be more familiar with who SinThoro is. If you're elsewhere, maybe I don't know, maybe he has popularity in other states and stuff. He probably got more popularity there too. But if you know, in the five boroughs, New York, you probably have heard of him. I was just waiting for dude to blow up because I knew he was. I knew he was gonna blow up. That's why when I put his song on the iPod, if your song end up on here, then you're thorough. Because I don't put garbage on my iPod. If I put you on that iPod, your music means something to me. That means you're gonna get played rotation. Your music gonna be on rotation, like literally. See, a lot of times when people think about the hood, right? When they think about the projects, all they see is violence. That's all they think about. But it's not always like that. In the hood, right? A lot of people know each other. A lot of family know each other. A lot of neighbors, they know each other. A lot of the youth, they grew up in the sandbox. All these youths that you see in the projects, they all grew up together. They all grew up together from the sandbox. Now, a lot of times when you hear about the projects, you think about violence, this and that. A lot of that is coming from the ops. People from other areas coming back to the projects and they beefing. You know what I mean? Um, the hood is the hood, man. That's just the way the culture is, man. It's not pretty. That's why if you can get out the hood, then get out the hood. If you got to live in the hood in the meantime, between time, till you get yourself situated, then hey, you got to watch who you hang with. You got to have a very small circle. Stay out of the way. Just go to your work, do your daily do, go home, and stay out of it, man. Don't have people in your crib. Don't mix mingle with everybody. You know, respect everybody, cause that's the nature. The law of the land in the hood is you have to show respect to everybody. All your elders, you show respect. The corner store people show respect. Everybody in the projects show respect. Everything is about respect. You disrespect, you have a problem. You do anything out of pocket, you're gonna get dealt with. Once you following all the rules and the laws, everything is good. You're good to go. Ain't nothing to be afraid of when you're in the hood. If you grew up in the hood, ain't nothing to be afraid of. What the hell you afraid of for? But this man got murdered by his stepson. That's crazy. A lot of times we worry about the ops. We worry about people on the outside taking us out. Come to find out, he got taken out by a stepson, bro. Somebody that's in the house every day. That's crazy, man. So now you got to worry about family. Now you got to worry about people you live with now. Shout out to Jonah TV War for the $2 support. Says peace and blessings, brother. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Um, um, you say you never heard of him at Rolla? Let me see. Kind of going through the comments a little bit. Never heard of him. Have to check it out. And it's so crazy, man. It's like when you die, that's when you get famous because people never heard of you. And now that you gone, now they go look for you. Ain't that crazy, man? That's crazy, man. Tupac recorded death around the corner and got shot and robbed. Yeah. People they speak their own death. That son probably thinks life is a video game. In real life, we go to jail for shooting someone. A lot of youngins don't know that, bruh. A lot of youngins don't know. Like I said, they're cut from a different cloth where they think life is a game. They don't understand consequences. I was watching this video on YouTube. Some of y'all probably seen it, where you had a youngin, uh, a dark skinned brother. He must have been involved in a shooting. Somebody got murdered, and you saw the father. Put a 1 in the chat if you seen the video where the father was like, "Listen, bro, I try to show you the ropes. You know, I did a bid. I did a lot of time in prison." And he's literally talking to his son, like man to man. And he's holding his head. The detectives are in there, and it's like it's a messed up situation when you see your son going down on a murder charge, and there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. Father was like, "Man, bro, I did everything in my life trying to make you stay out of that damn pit, bro. And here you are doing goofy stuff, man." Father was, his father was clearly disappointed because he said he'd been in the penitentiary. So, you know, if you a dude, let's just say some of you dudes that did a bid, you've been in the penitentiary, you did some bad things, you paid your debt to society, you have a son now. Your responsibility as a father now is keeping your son out of that damn prison cell. Because you know he's supposed to go next. You know that, right? So if you're a man and you know you did a bid in the pen, 5, 10 years, and you know you've been in them streets and you have a son, your son most likely is supposed to go to the penitentiary too. So your calling is to break that generational curse. That's what you're supposed to be doing as a man right now. So if you know you got a baby mama and you got a son, you better be on his ASS, bro. No freaky. But you better make sure that you there for your son and do what you need to do, or else he gonna be in that damn penitentiary too. Because remember, he's your seed. So if you were wilding in the streets as a youngin and you were just doing goofy stuff, your son got that same DNA. So he gonna be in them streets too, wilding out just like you. He ain't gonna be no choir boy. He gonna be right in the streets trying to be like you. Look at T.I.'s son. Look at T.I.'s son. Dude, Pop's got money, but T.I.'s son wanna be a hood ninja, getting arrested, speeding, got a gun, got a vape thing, whatever the case is, acting a fool. Imagine that. You come from a family that got money and you in the street acting funny. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense at all. Like, what the heck is going on with this young yellow cat, bro? Coming from a family that got bread and you in the street trying to be a gangster. You embarrassing your family, bro. T.I. need to sit that dude down, bro. He like, what, 2021? Acting a fool? Embarrassing his family? I think that's embarrassing, bro. To be a dad and you got a son and he in these streets acting a fool. Nah, man. You gotta check that. T.I. need to check his son, bro. You need to check that dude. He might be grown, but you gotta check him. You gotta check him, bro. Cause he gonna go out here and end up getting hurt, man. He think because he got the pops got money, he could do this. He a rapper, man. People don't have no sense no more, man. And he got a child over there speeding, doing. He in the 40. He doing what? I think they said he did 60 and a 40. What are you, crazy? Man, he bugging out, bro. It's like he want to be arrested so he could get some hood stripes or some street cred. That don't give you no street cred. That makes you look stupid, bro. You come from a family that got money, bro. You're not supposed to be out here acting a fool. You're supposed to be representing your fam. Doing goofy stuff, getting arrested and whatnot, like an idiot. Bringing shame to T.I. Now he got to come out and give a public statement about his dumbass son doing goofy stuff, bro. That's every father's nightmare, is seeing his son in the penitentiary or dead somewhere. Let me see. Shout out to the Curiosity channel. Says, met him a few times through my little cousins. You have to be wary of everyone around you, especially family. You don't pick your family, so you don't really know them. And that's the thing. You don't know your family today. We in a time right now where a lot of us don't even know who our family is anymore. When we were kids, yeah, we knew our cousins, we knew this one, we knew that one. But we adults right now, and a lot of us don't even know these people no more. This man got shot by his stepson, bro, because of smoking in the house. Now, you know good and well you couldn't do that in your mama's house as a youngin'. As a youngin', you couldn't be in your house and your father there and you smoking in the house. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew you're not supposed to do that. There was rules coming up. Let me give you the rules. Um, you couldn't smoke in the house, right? Um, let's say you are a teenager, whatever the case is, you trying to bring a shorty to the crib, you know what I mean, to do your thing. You couldn't do that. You know the rules, but we broke the rules and we kind of sneak shorty in and woo woo, we do whatever we got to do and we out. But you knew you couldn't do that, right? Um, you couldn't play the music loud. Only when mama wasn't home or grandma wasn't home, then you could blast that music. But you couldn't do that while they're home. And I could go on and on about the rules. And if you had a job, oh yeah, you paying bills. You paying bills. Best believe it. That phone bill, they're gonna give it to you. Or the light bill, they're gonna give it to you. You ain't gonna be in the house just sitting there making money. And mama seeing you with Jordans on. Nah. You're gonna have to cut some of that bread. You're gonna have to come out of them pockets. I've been through all of that. So it must have been a situation where SinThoro was trying to regulate a situation that he kept seeing this youngin' do in the crib. Like, bro, you can't be in here smoking in the crib, bro. Can't be doing that. You gotta respect the house, dog, or go outside. Can't be in here with your peeps doing this. You bringing negative energy to the house. Dude probably was high, grabbed his gun, pow pow, bro, man, gone now. Anybody know how old he was? Because I know he's up there in his age. He's most likely in his 40s. Most likely he got to be in his 40s based on what I'm seeing. Look like he in his 40s. I can't even give him late 30s. If he's in his late 30s, then that's a blessing. But he looked like he's in his 40s. He's definitely in his 40s somewhere. He was 43. Young brother, man. Young brother. And like I said, he was cool. Always say what's up to people in the community. You know what I'm saying? The kids know him. See, that's the thing about the hood. See, a lot of y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that don't live in the hood because for whatever reason you was always in a nice neighborhood and you don't know nothing about the projects. Sometimes you have this misconception about the projects that everybody is bums and everybody's on welfare. No, no. Everybody's not the same. Yes, you have different pockets and different people that's on different situations. But for the most part in the hood, a lot of people know each other. All the kids know each other. The neighbors know each other. Um, Not everybody. Some people you just got to stay away from. I'm talking about the day ones, the people that been there for years, that know the community. They know pretty much everybody. And it's sort of like a it's sort of like a family of people that are not blood related, but you're hood related, and you all understand each other. You know, you have a lot of older cats that are out there that have been there for years. We're talking about 30 years, 40 years in the projects. They were there their whole life. Some of y'all might say, "Damn, your whole life." That's the culture. It is what it is. See, I already know what it is because I came from there. You know, some people just stay to themselves. Some people they just go to work. You have working class people in the projects. Not everybody in the projects is on welfare. You got working class people that get up every day to go to their job and they work, pay taxes, and they have a clean apartment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think the projects is just roach infested with rats and no, no. Yes, you have some of that, but then you have people that have very clean environments, very clean apartments, um, smell good, they doing good. You have people that are supervisors, all of that stuff in the hood because they're trying to get out. They're trying to work towards their goals, man. So you don't want to disrespect the hood. The hood is where a lot of people, that's their stomping grounds. That's where they came from. That's where you learn your character from. A lot of famous people you know today came from the hood. Your Jay-Z's, you know, your Mob Deeps, all these different cats that you know, they came right from the hood. Some of the smartest men and women come from the projects. Some of you got your first degree from the projects. That's the first degree you got. Before you even graduated high school, you had a degree in the hood. The hood teaches you every damn thing. That's why you have a lot of kids that are rich kids that want to act like they gangster because they want to know what that's like. You don't have to try to act gangster. You have to have street smarts. You don't get that by acting a fool. Shout out to Rollo for the 10. Says, this message is so important. Majority of YNs wilding out. They on demon time, shaking my head. Life is so life is so better, yet they want the crazy route. It's crazy how madness they become, including some OGs being in the streets. Yeah, you got some see a lot of the OGs, they can't really speak to the YNs no more. You can't speak to them no more. These youngins, you can't talk to them. They not trying to hear you no more. It used to be a time that they would listen. There's a new language in the streets, and the OGs ain't speaking that language. That's why they can't reach the youth no more. You know, back in the day when I was coming up, the streets was my family. The drug dealers, the thugs, the gangsters, the killers, those were my brothers and in the streets. They were the ones that was telling us to stay in school. You would think that the killers and the drug dealers would influence us to do evil. That's not how it was back in the day. They were the ones telling us not to do what they do, telling us to stay in school. You know, serious business, man. I remember I was at this dude's, one of my friends and his brothers. You know, they drug dealers. They there, you know, bagging up stuff, doing, you know how that go. And I'm watching them and whatnot. What the F you watching? What are you looking at? Get the heck out of here. I don't ever want to see you looking at us doing this again. And I'm like, I just want to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? And I remember he pulled me to the side. He said, don't you ever do this. You see what I'm saying? You stay in school, you do this, you do that. giving me the whole rundown. Don't ever do this. And I listen. I really, really listen. I remember one time we stealing from the store. We stealing chips and quarter waters, running out the store. Where'd you get that from? Oh, I got it from. Go back in that damn store. We go back into the store. The store clerk already know we stole it, but the dude, he would pay for it and tell us don't be stealing from the store. And these are the damn thugs and the killers. And they teaching us, like, they're out here doing dirt, but they telling us. So it was kind of weird, man. It's like they were the teachers in the community. They were the one teaching the youth. Most of us ain't have no damn fathers growing up. We ain't have no fathers to kick our ass and tell us what we got to do. Mama can only do but so much. You know what I mean? That's why if you're a single mama raising a bunch of boys, I mean, damn. That's why you see a lot of women, they masculine. They got this masculine energy because daddy is not home. So how's she going to deal with these boys? She got to get on their level, toughen them up, you know? Um, Shout out to the Curiosity Channel. The projects aren't what you see in the media. It's a community where everyone knows one another and looks out for each other. There you go. You said it the best way. You said it. You said it better than me. That's exactly it. That's a clear-cut picture. Make sure you guys read that comment, because a lot of times when you think and you hear projects, you think just ghetto, slums, dirty, crime, drugs. No. You got community centers, you got different programs. Uh, Parents come up to schools. They're active with the teachers. You know, um, believe it or not, a lot of the youth respect their elders. You may think I'm lying, but I'm not. A lot of youth actually show respect to the elders. Matter of fact, if you get out of pocket with an elder, you might get dealt with. Like, you see this elder here, and you flipping on him, and we catch you saying that, you're gonna get dealt with. You can't disrespect the elderly. Nope. That's a one-way ticket of you losing some teeth. Because even though that person might not be your pops or your mom, she was everybody's mom in the community. Especially if she been there for 100 years and everybody know her. Man, you better watch yourself, man. The only problems in the hood is that a lot of the youngins, man, they don't have no respect for self and no love for self. That's why a lot of the shootings, it'd be with a lot of young cats. A lot of the violence that you see in the hood, it's youngins, man. The older cats, man, they already done retired from the streets, man. They retired. They're not even into that stuff no more. They had kids, they had families. They're not thinking about gang banging and uh, selling drugs. Ain't nobody trying to do that right now, doing no bids, bro. People trying to get legal money now. But the youngins, they're not smart. They'll be in the projects selling drugs and the camera right there. Like, in the projects, the camera be right there. And you there selling drugs. Like, how dumb could you be? I know what I'm talking about because I had access to information, because I worked for the agency that people were being housed with. So, being that I worked for that agency, I understood how the buildings operate, and I knew where all the cameras was. And there've been many times, man, where things happen in the projects, bro. And I would go to the office fax papers. You got the cops up in there, and they gaining access to the cameras in the hood. And there's so many cameras, man. That's why I be telling these YNs, bro, y'all better chill, man. Like y'all all going to prison. Like it's so easy to catch y'all because the cameras is right there. Y'all be in the streets and y'all do y'all dirt right in front of the projects. And they have a paper trail on you because the way it works, if I could give you the game, maybe you're a YN and you listening right now and you in the projects, you about 15, 17, 18, no father in the home. When you in the hood every day, the way the feds build a paper trail on you, it'll be 3 months, 6 months of you hanging out in front of the projects every day. They see who you hang out with, where you go. When you cross the street to the other projects, there's a camera over there. And they see your interactions for 6 months. And they start to put a puzzle together, a framework. And they just look at how you interact with the community. And they know who you with. They know who your friends are. Faces, IDs. They know where you live. They know where you go. And then as you travel, there's cameras all up and down the streets. So they know where you go at all times. And then they put their puzzle together. So when crime happen, they already know who to talk to because they know you're friends with that person based on all those cameras. And how they get access to the cameras? Right from the projects. They go to the property management, the management office, like where most of you pay your rent. They go over there and they speak to the superintendent and the management, and they literally get access to a camera. There's a computer system in every project. When they pull that up, it brings up all the cameras and all the footage. And they get a backlog of all that information. They download all that stuff. They put it in their file. They bring your ass in for questioning. And then you doing a bid. Thank me later. Stuff is real out here, man. If you a YN, you shouldn't even be hanging out by the projects. That's my advice. I understand it's the hood, it's where you from, it is what it is. You just want to chill, drink, smoke, whatever, whatever. Take that somewhere else. Go to the park. You know what I mean? Don't stand in front of the projects, man. It's too hot, bro. They recording you all day. All day. You don't need that. Your face is in a database. I'm spitting bars, and some of y'all gonna be behind bars, testifying on your homie because you mad you got locked up because you ain't want to listen to the game. All right. Shout out to Said57 for the 10. Says I'm listening in at work. RIP to the rapper artist. I'll have to look his music up. He seems very talented. He is. He got a lot of joints, man. A lot of tracks. It's just a pity the man didn't get his big break, man. It's a pity. It's a damn shame. Shout out to the Curiosity channel for the $20 support. Says, hold on. This thing is bugging. Okay. The generation coming up now, they don't care if they get caught because they don't know the history about the prison pipeline. It's like putting money in the rich people's pockets and the cycle continues. It's true. And the sad part is because they don't know no better, they think it's a joke. And then when they get in there behind them walls, they learn the real truth. And it's too late. Can't save them now. Can't save them. You know? These birds are going crazy out here. I don't even know, this thing probably blurry. And make sure you get the likes up as you come in. Hit that like button. Birds is chasing each other around. This is crazy. They literally playing. They playing tag, bro. Like this is wild. Like if they're literally chasing each other around. You know what kind of freedom that must be to be a bird? And you got wings and you could just fly wherever you want to go. They're literally playing freeze tag, bro. I'm literally watching this thing. It's crazy. Yeah, man. So hey, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Um, do what I gotta do. Um, make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to all my channels. Uh, hit the notification bell. If you rep Fort Greene, you know SinThoro. You listen to his music, leave a comment, leave a RIP under the video. Um, it's a sad, sad situation, man, when you can take the position of a stepdaddy thinking you're doing the right thing, and then you get taken out by your stepson. I don't know if this made the news yet. Maybe it did. I don't know. I got to check. I might give you guys an update. My apologies if I said anything that might be inaccurate according to the story. You know, and again, condolences to the family um, for their loss. You know, yeah. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Get up on out of here. Y'all stay safe out there. Watch the people around you. Be very careful, man. You never know. You never know who plotting, bro. Plotting, sitting back, trying to take you out, bro. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know. It got to be more to the story, man. Gotta be more, bro. It got to be more to this story. I'm on see what else I can find. Check the blogs, check the different sites, see what they're saying. You know what I mean? Shout out Forever Studio. See you in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building that's supporting the show. Those of you that hit the like button. Um, give his music a play, man. Find his music. Find his channel. Uh, it's just crazy, man. Stuff is life is a mess, man. It's a real mess, bro. Scripture says, man, they of your own household, man. They're gonna turn against you, man. The people in your own household gonna turn against you, bro. Here we are worried about the ops outside the streets. We worried about people in the streets doing us dirty when it's our own fam. Now, of course, the kid is not his blood son, but he's a stepdaddy. So he's taking care of this youth. So is they of your own household. It could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could have been something crazy, man. I'm gonna find out more info, man, because I doubt that it could just be over smoking in the house, bro. It got to be something more to the story, man. That don't sound. You gonna shoot somebody because they told you not to smoke in the house? I mean, it happens, but it had to be something else, man. Perhaps money, disrespect. that could get you in trouble. You disrespecting a man. He ain't gonna sit there and tolerate that, especially a dude from the streets. He ain't gonna tolerate no disrespect. Not from no YN, not from no youngin 16, 17. Nah. Taking no disrespect from you, partner. So y'all take care, man. I'll catch y'all in the next one later on. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings. BK all day. Peace.